Hi Taurus, welcome to your February 2019 reading of When the X Returns. It is widely acknowledged and understood that X's are X's for a reason, but there is that one that may have gotten away, you still have feelings for, or right person, wrong time, that sort of thing. So this takes a look at that and everything nuanced in between. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Okay. All right, Taurus. Oh, okay. Yay. A blossoming of love or creativity or sharing your feelings. This could also be, I'm banging that pregnancy drum, not a lot though, but this could be giving birth to something, the sort of birth or resurgence of something. All right. Okay, the wheel. All right, so this is a chapter in the book closing. So this person is still, I feel like there might be an ending, but there's still, both of you are still, there's still an opening. I think this one's showing back up again because there's unfinished business. That it feels like they're showing back up again because there's unfinished business. Let's see what that's about here. We got the Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. All right, well, that is what it is. The Empress and the Eight of Cups. Okay. All right, so I think before when you were dating, it was probably a juggling act, or it was like, I don't think it was somebody unsure. Well, I'm going to eat my words, right? But it feels like somebody was having a lot going on and they were trying to fit you in. So the interest was there, the availability was not. What's this Two of Pentacles about? For some of you, it could be because of they were already involved with somebody and they're like, okay, I can't. And this is you right here, Taurus. So, what's this Two of Pentacles? This could be feeling like you had a good run, but this is about also, well, one card at a time. Two of Pentacles. What's that about? Two of Pentacles. I just feel like it's unfinished. There were issues of give and take in the relationship. I don't think you two ever got past that power struggle because we've got an issue with someone wanting to maintain the sort of the control over the relationship, and there wasn't that give and take. It was constantly a negotiation act. There were control issues present, Taurus. I don't know if it was you or the other person, but somebody was very controlling, and there was a issue of give and take in the relationship. It could be that somebody didn't have enough time for you because of what they had going on in their 9 to 5 or their daily, or like I said, somebody was involved with somebody else and there's this interest in you, but they've got commitments elsewhere. So they had to keep things a certain way. Like you could only meet on Tuesdays or things like that. Like there was an issue. You were either sitting around waiting or you were doing most of the giving and there wasn't a whole lot coming back to you. What's this Empress about? What's this Empress about? This isn't finished though. This is not finished. So there was conflict. Somebody was in a position to, okay, again with the control, because somebody had the advantage and they were able to just kind of cut it off to preserve whatever was going on. So there's this situation with you, and then there was another situation over here, and they cut off the relationship, or you cut off the relationship because of this situation over here that they were giving more to. So they were not giving enough to you, whether it was they were already involved with somebody, or it was work, or it was family. Something over here was getting the majority of their attention, and then there was their involvement with you that you're like, you know what, I can't handle the imbalance of like give and take here. Like I'm always sitting around waiting, or I don't feel like I get enough of you. I get crumbs of love, and I'm willing to give you everything. Like this, this could be we could be something big together. This could be something great. And I think they see you as that way, as somebody that was really generous and kind and giving and pretty much the ideal person, the ideal partner. But because of whatever was going on in here, you chose to walk away, or it could be that they chose to walk away. Somebody walked away with a heavy heart. I don't think they wanted to, but they did. We have 8 of Cups right here, both of them. So this was an emotional decision to walk away. They felt like they had to. They were conflicted, probably inwardly as well as out. Maybe there was the source of the fighting or the conflict was because it was like, you know what, you're holding all the cards here. I have to sit around and wait for you. You know what I mean? So that would be what you're saying to them, because, or it could be that they thought you held all the cards, that you were like, you know what, you're sitting in the position of power here, and I have no choice but to walk away because it's not an equal give and take. Point is, somebody had issues with the give and take in the relationship, and the power struggle never really got resolved, and somebody very painfully walked away, and we have that again here. I think this person's keeping tabs on you because I feel like they're not, I think they're open to, it's not finished. It's not finished. I think there's still a love there. I think there's still an interest there, still a connection, but it's not over for them. Because maybe they're just kind of checking back in to see, hey, what's going on? And then they're going to leave again. But there's still that unresolved feelings for you. And for whatever reason, their feelings got triggered or brought up. That's why they're coming back, because there's no explanation here. It's like, this is the wild card. Things are not finished though. That it's just, I keep getting that. Things are not done. You're not done. All right. So what's this 8 of Cups about? 8 of Cups. Yeah, going away to do some more. Yeah, they're just, they're dating, but they're not happy with anybody because you have their heart, you have their interest, you have their, you are it as far as they're concerned. I mean, we got the Empress and we got the Ace of Cups here. Hello. For some of you, I mean, the Empress and Ace of Cups, just saying, pregnancy, just saying. But I don't think that's what this is about. I think this is more about how somebody felt completely like somebody was the ideal partner here. And so we've got someone that is dating but is largely independent and isolated, and that they are dating, they're keeping dating, they're not connecting, they're not letting it go past a certain point. They don't mind someone getting a little bit close, but after a certain point they just cut it off. They don't want to be dating. And this is about them, I think, coming back in and kind of checking in and then going away disappointed and doing more soul searching. I think they're detaching from you as part of a process, but I don't think it's really about them detaching. I think as they go away for 3 months and then they come back and kind of check back in, and they go away for 3 months and then how are you doing now? It's not finished. It's not over. It keeps saying that. It's not over. It's not finished. They're still going to come back around, Taurus. You have some kind of hold on them. Okay, so Taurus. They, and them walking away is not because they want to. If you were into it, if you were open and receptive, they would be there in a heartbeat. But for some reason, they feel like they come back, they check in, and then they leave again. So maybe you're happily coupled with somebody, but they are not. They're keeping their options open, and they're dating to keep themselves busy or to keep, current and active and whatever, but they're not letting it get past a certain point because right now you have their heart. Let me see what the 3s are. We got 2 3s here. Two threes is calm. Okay, so it could be that, just someone's calmly biding their time, keeping tabs on you and waiting to see every once in a while if there's interest, availability, connection, that sort of thing with you. Taurus. I think maybe part of what this would be saying here, that maybe somebody broke up because, the situation wasn't right. And this is about somebody had enough and was like, you know what, this is not who I am, or this, I don't want to be part of something like this. So they're looking at whatever involvement with you or vice versa as sort of a learning curve or learning experience, but that for somebody in the relationship, it wasn't the be it end all. Maybe it's you. It's almost like you had this experience to where someone was otherwise occupied, or you were, either way. But there's an imbalanced power and attention, and somebody gave more than they were getting, and somebody feels like, we could have been big. This was the ideal relationship. I have so much love to give or offer, and we could have been great together, but the other person wasn't available. And this is someone taking that in stride and taking it as a learning curve. Somebody in the relationship feels like someone is the be it end all. The other person does not. The other person is like, you're just one of many. So I feel like that's you, Taurus. I feel like you're looking at your partner going, I got a lot to give, and that was a learning curve for me, but I am moving on, or I'm just not sure about reopening anything with you. I feel like this is you kind of, the pieces coming together for you and analyzing things, but it's not, this is not this for you. It is for them, but it's not for you. Taurus. Okay. Wow. Okay. So this is about letting go. And maybe that's why they're walking away heavy-hearted, is because you tell them, we had our time, but I've moved on, even though they haven't, because this is about letting it go. For some of you, it could be letting go the past, the anger, the hurt, the frustration, and maybe being willing to start again. But I don't think so. I think this is about you are putting this relationship and this experience into perspective, and then you're releasing it. Honestly. One more for Taurus. I want to get really close to the mic to blast the ears, right? Taurus. Taurus. Orphaned. You are not alone. You have not been discarded or left behind. Might be feeling like that, but actually you've been set free. And the thing is, you've already made progress from this feeling of being like abandoned, left alone, not loved, not cared for. Even however painful is what it was, you got yourself out. And that's the important part. Or there was a break to give you a break from the situation. If it wasn't you leaving, I feel like this was you leaving. The point is that you got some distance from it, so that you can start getting perspective and placing it where it belongs. And you're wise enough to see that it says more about you and your choices than it does the other person. It's like, what? Maybe the situation didn't have a chance because of the dynamics otherwise. There was a definite issue in the give and take. So if you stayed, if you were still there, it'd be like, what are you doing? But this would say that you've left and you're mourning the loss, but you're staying away because the situation is not ideal. Like, it was mostly about them or one person, and that's not a relationship. That's a ministry. That's a charity, So you might have felt abandoned. I hate to say it, but considering all that's come out, it's almost like this relationship really didn't have a chance. And it's good that you're examining and analyzing and putting into perspective, because if you were still in it, that would not be good. Better to cry from afar than to be, crying while you're in it, because this situation wouldn't have changed. I feel like this person wants you back just because of what you did for them and how you made them feel. I think you gave everything and they did not. And so this is you picking up the pieces and moving on. All right, what is this? Let me read it from the book here. That was my intuitive read, but okay. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. Okay, that's, what they said. No, but what I said about, it said something, what did it just say about if you choose to stay, that's different, but you left. It hurts, but you've left. Choosing to stay in something that isn't good for you, that's a whole another kettle of fish. That involves self-trust and self-respect and all that. But anyway, so it sucks. Yeah, it hurts, but good for you. It's time to let it go. It's time to stay separate from this person. This is not a commitment. This is not someone this is someone checking in, checking your pulse. Hey, what are you doing? How are you? And seeing your availability. They're dating. They're not, they might be, here I am changing my tune. They might have been into it, awesome, but that just speaks to how well you treated them, maybe at the expense of yourself. If they were willing to offer the same, then awesome, but I don't see it. I see them just kind of wanting to see what's in it for them. And because you might be feeling pretty vulnerable right now, we got the love card, you need to stay away because you don't have your wits about you. You're still examining, you're vulnerable. Be careful. All right, Taurus, I wish you luck with this. You stay removed and keep working through it because I just don't feel like this is going to give back to you what you did. This person is an ex for a reason. There might have been chemistry there. Might have been awesome, but you were doing most of the work. And, All right, Taurus. I hope to see you in the next reading. I hope this was helpful. I wish you luck with this. It's 5 more weeks I got. I don't know what that means. But what is that? So this would be like, mid-March? Mid-March 2. Mid-March, 2 people are coming in. One, not so much. The other one, potential. But that will at least distract you from this situation. Huh. Okay, all right. Shutting up. Thank you for stopping by, and I wish you luck with this. Okay, you take care.